I think I found the Mega Kaiju. You don't want to miss this. You know, by now, I think I would have seen everything. But that continues to not hold true. In this video, I've got a lot of really cool things for you. But let's first start with this amazing thing. Look at this big giant. I mean, it's huge. It's gigantic compared to these tigers and stuff. He is the Iron Man of hand things, and it has some wonderful hair. So I'm pretty sure that those things should, if they're working how I think they... No, you don't need lasers. Oh, please, I thought they were gonna come down and those big spikes were gonna smash them, but I guess it's still doing some good punching. Here comes the giraffes. Yeah, boom, take that, fat hippos. There's something about just big gigantic hands punching things. It just cracks me up. This incredibly determined monkey says subscribe to the channel. This guy, which I'm not sure what's happening here, says to like the video. This guy says happy 4th of July. Let's watch and see what happens with this thing that's called fan art by Trevor Henderson. Anytime there's Trevor Henderson stuff, it's bound to be weird or just outright overpowered. He's got spiky hands. Oh, did he really? Oh, whoa, hey! And all of a sudden it started freaking out. It kind of moves somewhat like a little weird spider thing. Oh, you know what it is? When it gets punched and then it flings him. Look, he's trying to... What was happening there? Let's quickly move on from that because we don't need nightmares. There's always like one that's just looking at the camera as if he's to say, are you really making us fight this thing? He has a gigantic army. They are facing off against a terrible foe. This creation, which has already left the ground, is called the Cyborg Minotaur. And it's on a whole other level of awesomeness. This thing was already deadly, but obviously now it's been improved. And then he's got big gigantic belt-fed quad minigun. Oh, nope, those are rocket launchers. Then if it wasn't enough, gave him some nice sharp spiky teeth. And is that a mouth? Wait, oh, that's the ring. I was like, did he put that thing on? That's just weird. And then he's got spikes on his hands. Oh, and lasers in his face and missiles on his back. Then, yep, we missed the whole back stuff going on there. This thing is... That army died in 2 seconds. This thing is way beyond what I thought it was. Yeah, so there's all this back armor plating. That's, this thing is... way more intense than I thought it was gonna be. So it only makes sense for us to take this thing, since it's pretty OP, and fight it off against another creation that I haven't played with in a while that's also incredibly OP. If you've never seen the Amethyst Avenger, behold him in all his glory now. This is the Amethyst Avenger, who's got himself a nice little Minecraft obsidian pickaxe, as well as a T-Rex for a hand, and then not only that, but he's got these things up here spinning out of control. And so yeah, we're about to witness some destruction, I think. I don't know who's gonna win though, because they both have lasers. Whoa, it's lagging. Whoa, that lag was intense. And that's how much health he lost. He barely lost anything. I have no idea what this next thing does, but it's beyond what I thought it was. So I've prepared myself a nice, gigantically large army because I think we're gonna need it. This is simply called the boss. And as you can see, the boss is very well equipped. Well, boss also has something I didn't realize. These things surrounding it. So if they can actually manage to defeat these things, then they'll get close to him, and I have to think that these things are all gonna die. Here we go. The battle has commenced. Oh, these things are spawning. Skeletons and scorpions and... Whoa! There's lots of lasers coming out of that thing. Whoa, okay. So that changes things significantly. Like it even needs these melee weapons. They gotta somehow get close enough. They're defeating those things, but they gotta get close enough to defeat the boss, which I have no idea if they're gonna be able to do. But they're attacking the plates. And so it's only a matter of time. Oh, he's using those big, giant spike weapons to hit the Goros. He's got them right in that Goro's face. Things got really intense very quickly. I didn't think it was gonna be this crazy, but they're still fighting those plates. Oh, they got it. That's crazy. I thought for sure they were gonna lose. Look at this, Goro's covered in some green goo. What's that from? This battle was way cooler than I thought it was gonna be. Do these things have like infinite health or what? They do, don't they? They're just gonna keep spawning. Well, that went differently than I expected. This thing is called the Undersea King, and clearly he is nicely arrayed in some battle armor and then some awesome big giant weapons with lasers and stuff. He's going to be fighting off against none other than Thanos himself, but not just one Thanos, a whole army of Thanoses. But I'm thinking that maybe they're not needed. He's got lasers on his fists, and if he's anything like Thanos, then he's probably going to be impossible to defeat. Although the Thanos goes down. Oh no, I did not expect this to happen. I thought they would somehow win. These Thanoses have like 10,000 parts on them. Look at how many. It's like little pebbles everywhere. Turns out that all they needed was this thing. It was able to defeat not one, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Thanoses. This next creation, I have no idea what it's gonna do. People have created many of these creatures in this game, but none quite like this next one you're about to see. From head to toe, this thing is pure awesomeness. It has many legs and arms. It is a very gigantic creature with big old giant spike things coming out of its back. Not only that, it has a lot of armor plating on it. And then all of this up here. This is the Mega Kaiju. And clearly, this thing is on a whole different level than some of the other kaijus we've seen. But the question remains, what does it do? We've surrounded it with a huge army of dinosaurs in hopes that we get some really cool action with it spinning around and stuff. Let's find out. There it goes, spinning already. It's got these big giant club tails. Oh, it's got lasers or something? Just kind of cool. You know, a lot of the kaijus have like weird laser powers and breath and, you know, other things like that. Every time I see one of these, it makes me want to rewatch Pacific Rims. Well, the Pacific Rims. Comment below and let me know if you've seen the Pacific Rim. What am I doing? What's happening? My camera's frozen. And also, what's your... I mean, there's a lot of them. So, what's your favorite type of kaiju? There's different categories and all that stuff. You know, I want to hear what you got to say. Unfortunately, oh, finally it clubbed something in the tail with the tail. I was gonna say, unfortunately, it hasn't hit anything with its tail yet. Where are the lasers coming from on this thing? Let's look. Where are your lasers? I want to see them. Ah, here they are. Wow, there's maybe 100 too many. Look at all these things. Okay, there's big old giant fists, and then what's with the boosters underneath? Are they really keeping them upright? Because it kind of seems like, I mean, it gives them like a little bit of a lift. Did you see that? Let me just let's put in some of these things. There we go. Watch it. It gives it a little bit. See how it lifted off the ground ever so slightly? It's just enough to help it move, I think. I actually wonder if it would have a really hard time moving if it wasn't for that thing. And then without the lasers, I don't think this thing could kill anything, because it's so, you know, massive. And then I guess the only thing it does have for weapons are the big giant spiky club tails. Well, I think that's gonna be, it's like an old guy from the Wild West. Well, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for stopping by and watching. Click one of the 2 videos that you're about to see. Comment, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. And if you live in the good old United States of America, happy 4th of July. I hope it's a bright one.